We're live. All right. Okay, we've got a C bowl here tonight, and we've got an F bowl. We've got the frame drum. All right. So, hello. Hi there. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Erica. Thanks for being here. Hey, guys. How's everyone's weekend? I was at something called the Bliss Sacred Sound and Chant Festival. That was really cool. So many great sacred sound vibrational healers. I got to open up Sunday with a sound bath. I got to play with my group. We got to sing these radiant sutra chants. It was lovely. Yeah, it's just a really good time all around. But it's like, has anyone ever felt this, like an energy hangover from being around so many people and so much vibration? For some reason, I just feel really tired today. But I'm just being gentle with myself, and perhaps this live is a good way to integrate everything. So let's talk about illuminating ourselves through integrating energy, right? The world's full of energy, right? We're everything's a vibration. And when we're around a lot of vibration, just like in yoga class, right? There's a lot of vibrations. We release, we open to. At the end, there's integration with Shavasana, right? And so I think that's what this day is for me. And so, how was your weekend? Do you need some integration to illuminate your soul, right? One of the concepts I work with in my work is just this idea that we are the light of source. It's always there, it's always happening. Love is always there. And our job as humans is to manage it and integrate and remove the clouds from that light. One of the quotes in the Course in Miracles today was just that. It says, "Love is always there. Our job is to remove the blocks to love." So simple. There it is in the Course in Miracles. And it's the main concept of my whole 3-month program in Being Sung, is that our voice comes online, we come online, our authentic self comes online when we remove the obstacles to our spiritual center, which is love, which is wholeness with it, which is our God source self, whatever you want to call it. So tonight, let's integrate. Let's integrate. Let's start to remove the density and come more forward, illuminating that spiritual center. So we're going to start with the F bowl, and we're going to open up the heart chakra, right? I had a few teachers tell me that starting with the F bowl is a really good idea because it gets us into receiving mode, right? The heart chakra, we need to let the guard down. We need to come into that receiving mode when we are in a situation like this. So to really integrate and to really get the most out of this, we are opening our heart center, letting down the blocks, and we're just going to put a field of highest consciousness around us. We are safe in the field of love. Love, the frequency of love, is our protection. We do not need any other psychic protection. The field of love is the highest vibrational protection you would ever need. So here we go, guys. This is an F. Tune into your heart. Breathe into that chest heart space. Let the breath expand the body. And in the body expanding, also feel your emotions expanding out, right? being into the sound, into the frequency of the heart chakra, so that those emotions are washed. They are integrated. They are felt and integrated and then released. Oops. It's in your ears. Okay. What's in your ears? The sound? That's usually what's in your ears. All right, tuning into that heart chakra. Let's go into the vibration. All right. Breathe in through the nose and focus the breath here in the heart chakra. Let the chest expand with the breath. A lot of times we breathe into the belly. I want you to breathe into this chest area here. So breathe into that chest, let it expand. We got someone over here on YouTube. Reveal yourself. Who's there? And one of the ways that we can also work this heart chakra and this heart opening is chanting the sound of A. So let's do that. A. And in the F note. You can hum the sound first. And if that's too low for you, you can jump up an octave. So we're integrating tonight. Tonight's calling this the Illuminated community, and we are integrating vibration today. I was at a very wonderful event all weekend long, 3 days. Yet it was a lot of vibration, a lot of different vibrations, a lot of kirtan, a lot of vibrational healing, a lot of different instruments, a lot of people. And that's a lot to integrate. So just allow all of it to just expand out, hold it in the sound of this F bowl, and just allow yourself to just integrate all the vibration of the weekend. Wonderful, guys. So that was a little treatment for our heart to expand the energies of the weekend into that sound. And now we're going to do a prayer treatment. Um, bear with me while I find one. Let's do a little prayer treatment to start our time. And then I'm going to go into some vocal energy healing. Vocal energy healing is kind of like Reiki through sound. Okay. So here's a little prayer treatment. Being a spiritual life coach, what I've come to know through all the avenues that have led me to being a spiritual life coach is that spiritual healing is at the base of all healing, right? So if we want to heal the body, if we want to heal our mind, heal our emotions, heal our subconscious, it really all does stem from spiritual healing. So let's start with a prayer treatment. Divine presence of God within me, I affirm that you are eliminating that which must be removed from my mind. Through your renewing presence within me, my mind is renewed and reborn to positive new thought patterns of life and living. You within the midst of me are the architect of my mind and life. My mind within the spirit of your presence is patterned anew this day. For this I give thanks, and I let it be so. And so it is. This line, you within the midst of me are the architect of my mind and life. Let's break that down. You, meaning source energy, the totality of allness and love, is in the midst of me. And that loving infinite presence is the architect of my mind and life, if we so choose. And in this prayer treatment, we're saying yes to that. So as much as we detox and integrate and remove the clouds, that is the first step. Then we have to say yes to the free will of this divine presence in us. So getting rid of the ego and the subconscious and the pain body and starting to integrate and release those energies and coming into the fullness of our loving being self is the first step. But without asking for something different, there's only so much that can shift because free will is there. And it is always honored. The universe is honorable, as one of my friends would say. So the universe is honorable. So you do not get anything without asking because there is free will right there intact. So we've got to remove and we got to integrate frequencies that are not in alignment with our spiritual center. Spiritual center doesn't know the dense frequencies. It doesn't come online into that reality. Course in Miracles talks about God cannot really infiltrate this reality. Think about it, because God is the 5D. The 5D reality is love. It's pure essence. It's pure infinite love. And we know that as a time, think about that as a timeline, or think about that as a parallel universe, right? Like it's like you can't be there until you're vibrating there, right? Because like attracts like. So this vibrational reality of say source energy, God, can't really do much in the 3D, but it can work with the essence, the extension of source itself in us, and it can work that way. But it can't come like play in the 3D world because it's not of that consciousness or vibration. Make sense? So that can be a little confusing to people, especially with old religious teachings that God created this world and God created this, like, but it's God did not create the pain body. God did not create the ego. God did not create war and suffering. God did not create hate. And so I combine this with sound healing because One, we got to detox. We got to empty the denser frequencies. And when we bring the systems, the body systems, the mind systems, the spiritual systems to a center of peace, then the body mind takes over as the architect of source. God takes over, and we say yes to it. We always have to ask and say yes to it through the free will. So tonight we're integrating. We're integrating the dense energies. We're integrating and saying no thank you, and we're releasing out. We're detoxing vibrationally. So if this is something that's interesting to you, come on the live, press the share button, and let's connect hearts and do some integration here. All right, so here is, we're going to get us into our subconscious with this beat. Get into receiving mode. Here we go. All right, so on YouTube, let me know. I have this microphone. Let me know if this is working for you. Hey, so we're talking to your spiritual center. We're encouraging you to feel the frequencies in your subconscious, acknowledge and feel them. And if you want to choose to release, process, and let them go, that is your choice. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Let's see if we can build this audience a little bit, because gosh, guys, the more the merrier here. Think about vibrational detox coming from the spiritual center. I mean, I would want all my neighbors to do that. So share away, share. Get your neighbors, get your friends on here. We are detoxing the density so that we can come in more fully into the light. So share this, light up the screen, receive. This is a beat that's getting us, slowing our brain waves down and getting us into our subconscious. And then I'll be talking to some of the frequencies there. We do this every Monday night. This is my gift to my community. I do have private sound pods if people wanted to do them, or semi-private, or I do spiritual life coaching and sound work, but this is my gift to the community. So we do this every Monday night. It's a way to give back. But I have a coaching business as well. Thank you. Hi, Joy. Start to feel what your subconscious would feel like, your unconscious subconscious, what those programs, thank you so much, Joy. Feel what those programs feel like a ball and chain, like stuck molasses. They keep us in the past. They keep the present stuck in the past, where we refer and we feel everything is determined from the past or fated from the past. So feel into that subconscious, feel into that unconscious. They're the same thing. Start with this drum beat. See if you can journey there. What is a certain belief system, a certain program you want to unhook from? Pick one. Glad to finally make it. I'm so glad you made it. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the share. We're talking to that subconscious, unconscious right now. There's some outdated programs that keep you from thriving in the present moment, from feeling joy in the present moment, from feeling patient and sheer love in the present moment. Allow yourself to bring a bit of that subconscious to the conscious. What program do you feel done with? What emotional habit do you not want to live anymore? What belief do you want to turn off? Not enough. It's all stems from not enough. But there could be things like, I'm being left out. I'm not seen or heard. I'm being overridden. I have to be quiet to be appreciated. Or I have to be loud. I have to interrupt. Or I'm not going to have time to speak. I have to sabotage everything I do because I vibrate at not enough. So what is it for you? What does that say? Good evening, Kendall. Good evening. We're working with the subconscious here. We're removing those clouds, that dense vibration that feels like sludge, feels like walking in molasses. Listen to this beat enough times, you're going to feel yourself connect to that subconscious. And we're going there. Think of one pattern, one program, one belief that you feel so ready to process and be done with, so that you can come more fully into your spiritual center. And not to be like all holy and roly, but like to really live from the loving, authentic being you are, that feels like serendipitous, that feels like you're magical, that feels like you are connected to allness. Like that's you. The programs are the things that we did to survive. That's not who and what you are. You feel that. Oh, great. Awesome. Glad you're tapping with. We got a few friends over here on YouTube. How are you doing tonight? So listen to this beat. And guys, let me know in the comments if you want to share, because when two or more people hold something together, we create a reality. So you can let us know in the comments what you want to let go of or what you want to step into. Your birthday is coming up. All right. 23 on the 23rd. Kendall, I want to let go of my worries. I can't see what this is. My worries about income and this piece. Yes, may it be so. Holding that with you, Kendall. Two or more people create a reality. So I'm holding that with you. Thanks for your comment and participating. Oh, eh, oh, oh, eh, oh, oh, eh, oh, may peace and bliss be the way for you. May peace and bliss be the way for you. Do you choose it, Kendall? Say, I choose it. May peace and bliss be the way for you. May peace and bliss be the way for you. Oh, 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 Okay, guys, I have something called the Harmonic Healing Map, and you are welcome to check it out in my bio link. But because it's your birthday, I could send me a little message, and I will send you a code for 10% off the Harmonic Healing Map. It's a great thing to do on your birthday, so go check it out. And make sure you DM me for the 10% off coupon. Oh, eh, oh, eh, oh, eh, oh, oh, eh, oh. Tapping into that subconscious, unconscious, letting the sound meld the subconscious with the conscious so that you can pick out a belief, a program, something that you're really willing to offer up to source and say, I'm done with this. All this misperception, all this programming, I'm done with this. Take it from me. Oh, you are welcome. Oh, Okay, so just feel that. Feel what that just created, what possibilities that created for you. This is a frame drum, the resonance no, renaissance head, and it's a 22-inch frame drum with a resonant my renaissance. I want to say resonance renaissance head. Um, thank you, Kendall. I appreciate that. So just take a nice deep breath in. Oops, I'm gonna have to get my charger. Take a nice deep breath in. So certain rhythms bring on different brain waves, and that rhythm slows the brain waves down. When you get to theta brainwave, you can tap into more clearly your creativity and your subconscious programming. And we did that so that you could bubble up maybe one thing tonight that you could free yourself from. And so things like the worry program or the fear program or the not enough program or the abandonment program, right? All those things. Um, yeah, they all stem from that primordial wound of not enough, where everything stemmed from. So, guys, some fun news is one, we do these lives every Monday, so make sure you come back. We're going to continue on with the sea bowl, which is for grounding and root chakra fear stuff. But before we do, I want to let you know, just to share this out to a few people. And we're going to be on here till about another 40 minutes. My husband and I have collaborated, and it's super fun. He has gotten really into astrology, and it's kind of out of character. So the past few years, he's been getting into astrology, and we just had a friend who is like this amazing psychic person who said, "Oh, that makes a lot of sense. You've had many lifetimes as a scribe of astrology," and so he got into it so quick and got so deep into it that we've combined forces. So I do spiritual life coaching and sound healing and voice work. And he does the astrology, the deep astrology. And we have combined the forces because what our astrology is, what we're finding out is it's a map. It's a map of our awakening. Especially there's some points that he knows. There's 3 points. One is the Chiron on your map, your Chiron return. The other is the placement of your North Node and the placement, I think, of Pluto. I know that does he do personal readings. Right now, he doesn't have time for personal readings, but what he does is he takes these 3 points that work really well with transformation, life path work, and vocal expression, which is my work. And what we're doing is we're collaborating, and he's doing a reading of these 3 aspects. And we're using it in this harmonic healing map where you get this reading of these 3 elements for transformation, life path, and vocal expression. And you see where some of your core wounds are showing up in this lifetime's map. And then what we do is then he found a way to really look at it with the chakras and how this relates to blocks that are in our chakra system that we're living with. And so even if you've been on the awakening journey for a long time, knowing these 3 points will help you release and come into your awakening even further, right? So we can always be expanding our consciousness until we're really living that Christed consciousness, that full 5D consciousness, which takes a while, even if we've been on the path a while, right? Yeah. So he does kind of the reading of these 3 elements and then works it into my work. And with those 3 things, I look at how that affects the stuff in the blocks in your chakras, how that affects with your life path. And then I make a personalized sound healing with it. And so that's what this harmonic map is. And we're super excited. It's kind of on pre-launch right now because we're learning about a new system that we're going to run it through and funnel it through and stuff. But so right now it's on pre-launch, and it's probably and anyway, so yeah, totally DM me, because it's a great thing to do on your birthday when you want to start a new year, when you want to set up your year for the growth that the transformations you're going to have. And so it's wonderful to gift yourself something like that on your birthday. You know what I mean? So, guys, the harmonic healing map, you can check it out over on my bio link. And it's Kendall's birthday this Saturday. And so if it is your birthday, you get a 10% off the price. So you're here for a reason. I'm so glad you're here. So let's go into the root chakra. We meet here as an illuminated community live every Monday, and we do this kind of work. We do spiritual alignment work, and we do sound healing. This is my crystal bowl. It's my crystal ball. This is a C note. This pitch is a C note, and this is wonderful to start resolving the fear, any kind of fear that's hanging out in your root chakra. So, this is just a general clearing that we're doing, but this is gonna just make you feel safe in your body, safe in your home, making you expand out and just know that all is well. You always have the spiritual nature of this loving force that you were created from and with, that's in you and about you. And when you know that, you just trust life more. I was a very worrisome, fearful person for a long time. And coming into different healings and awakenings has helped me so much to just trust the process, trust the present, trust life. And it feels so good. So let's play with this a little bit. I'm going to come and do this, but I feel like I want to go get my power cord first because I don't want to get interrupted by the phone again. So hold your horses, get into a calm space, like a comfortable space, and we're going to do this crystal bowl and sing with it in just a minute. Let me get my power cord. Okay. Here we go. Uh-oh. I think my sister left her cord. Sure. Okay. There we go. All right. To the root chakra we go. To the root chakra we go. Here we go. All right. Now this is a high pitch C. My bigger bowl, it would be like more of the lower root tone. So what we can do is use this pitch, but tone an octave lower. So hum first. Put any fears you have coming up. Do you worry about your future? Do you have the worry about our country's future? Do you have worry about sustenance and finances? Do you have worry about how your home and things like that? These are the things fitting into your tribe. Oh. Do you have worries about that? Just take those worries and literally visualize it going into the sound and being worked, okay? Put any We are letting go of the fear. Oh, we are letting go of the fear. Let it go. Let it go. We are letting go of the fear. Let it go. We are letting go the fear, let it go. We are letting go of the fear. Oh, we are letting go of the fear. Sing it with me. We are letting go of the fear. 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 Still going. All right, beautiful beings. That was helping us kind of touch into that root chakra. The root chakra, it's developed and it's gets programmed from when we first are born. One teacher of mine said that it was like, it's all about tribe. It's all about our acceptance as a member of the tribe and what we will do to be accepted by the tribe, to be loved by the tribe, to come in, to be birthed into this tribe. Okay, oh my God, how do I function on planet Earth? How do I get fed? How do I have a bed and a home? Like, how do I do this? Like, your tribe takes you in, and your root chakra is either, developed in a certain way, and your programs come on board. These deepest fear programs come on board from, oh, wait, if I cried, this happened. If I didn't cry, this happened. If I did this, this happened. Like, you're trying to figure out how to stay alive in the tribe. And if you have an aware and a compassionate, like, caretaker, they're going to be aware of this, and you'll have some wobbly moments, but there won't be programmed fear in your root chakra. But many of us have not had that aware parent, and a lot of fear around how we're going to live, how we're going to be loved, is sitting in that root chakra. So let me know, did something come up for you? And I got to eat a little of my dinner. I got a late dinner here. So let me know, guys. What did that bring up for you? What awareness came through? Super important, the awareness that comes up. So let's hear it. I'll share something this weekend that came up. Let me feel into it. Mm. I was at a festival. A lot of other musicians. I was one of the musicians at the festival. I was there all weekend in a lot of different energy and a lot of different capacities. I was in the capacity of friend. I was in the capacity of solo artist. I was in the capacity of a participant. I was in the capacity of a bandmate, and also I was helping run the program with I was helping volunteer there. So I was wearing a lot of hats, and there was this sensation, this I'm gonna be honest with you. There was a sensation of being in high school and being like all those cliques. I was always just wanted to be friends with everybody, and those high school cliques. That wound came up, and I had to take a look at that. But that wound in high school was created way back when, early childhood. So I had to face some of the things that were coming up for me. It was very interesting. So that was one of the fears of just like, will I be included? Like, oh, like, and it was just so uncomfortable. Oh my God. And reared its ugly head in a few ways that was like, oh, this is uncomfortable. So let me know, how is fear living in your day today or your weekend? Hmm. Yeah, yeah, it's vulnerable being seen on here. I know. I'm like a metaphysical minister, a life coach, and everything. It's vulnerable to actually be real and share something. But just think about something. Your story about your own fear could actually give someone permission to actually feel and acknowledge what they're going through. So it could be a gift. Um, but you mentioned being tired, and for the last almost 8 days, 6 days, been super exhausted to the point that I haven't been able to get out of bed. Wow. Violet, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you have any sense of why that would be, Violet? Um, Guys, sharing ourselves vulnerably gives people permission to become aware and acknowledge. And that's the first step in healing. We can't heal anything unless we acknowledge and see the pattern, right? They're just patterns. We're not these patterns. It's not who we are. We all have patterns. Every human being has a pattern that we're working out. We're the light behind the pattern. That's why we're working on becoming aware of them, acknowledging them. And we don't have to do much else. We just can acknowledge them and then put them into the sound, put them into the spirit, detox them. Okay. So it's the first step though is you got to acknowledge it. Be really truthful with yourself. I'm going to move this out of the way so I can see your comment. My main thing is life is letting go of what other people think of me. Yeah. Yeah. What people think of us. Yeah. And that is a very big root chakra wound. Because think about it. Back in the day, when you first came to tribe, like it was unsettling on some level. What people thought of you was actually how you were going to be loved and taken care of, right? So that is a major first chakra wound. And it's our primordial wound. It all bases, because what they will think of you. What if you're not enough? It's all based in what if I'm not enough? You are. You are enough. Mm-hmm. 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 That wound is probably in your chart. It's probably it's a wound you're here to awaken from. And you just had a parent that wasn't very good at mirroring. Instead, they kept telling you how it was, or kind of micromanage or control. And it was probably from your parent did it and from probably a loving way, but we're learning now that when you mirror someone and just acknowledge what they're feeling rather than try to, explain things in a certain way that don't validate their feelings, it makes them feel like they have to be someone different. And you say, I feel like there's a lot energetically going on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's the thing about Violet. I'm talking to Violet over here on YouTube. She's very tired and can't get out of bed. Yes, when we are in our spiritual awakening, we can have ascension symptoms that feel exhausting. Thinking positive about them, we don't want to do toxic positivity. We want to acknowledge what's happening and knowing that this is not you. This is growth. This is awakening. And doing the work to resolve, acknowledge, process, and release the clouds. Let them blow away. Being positive sometimes can get a little toxic. So just be careful of that. But love yourself through this and give your body what it needs. And just be aware that this too will shift. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. My husband made some good fish tacos. Wow. Just be. Be with everything, right? Be with what is. And as you be with what is, make a sound. It doesn't have to be a pretty sound, because maybe what is doesn't sound very pretty. That's okay. Be with what is. Make a sound. Hum, groan, but just be gentle with your vocal cords. Your own voice is a processor. And this is what I teach people to do, because what if you really learned how to detox vibrationally, like all this stuff that we're talking about, like I'm not good enough, I'm not loved enough, I can't be myself, I don't even know what myself is, like all that. What if all those programs could be gently processed with your own voice? And then you could choose to come online to the true self, which is, drumroll, which is love, infinite beingness, infinite peace, wholeness, and love. Violet Rain, you are whole, you are love, you are peace. And you're in the process of uncovering that. Kendall, you are love, you are whole, you are peace, and you are in the process of becoming that. Through every cell, and knowing that through every cell of your body. But be gentle with yourself. Don't bypass anything. Feel it, acknowledge it. Like, what if you just allowed yourself to be tired? What if you just said, tiredness, I see you. I am feeling you. You have anything to say to me? What else could I be aware of here? And then let out a sound. Okay, well, I'm going to do a little more sounding after I eat, but if you guys have any questions, like, do you have any spiritual questions? Do you have any like emotional processing questions? Do you have any life coaching questions? Like, do you have any questions about how to get unstuck or how to uh, sound or like, speak up for yourself? Just let me know these questions. Or just let's just keep the conversation going. Okay. Maybe this will start the conversation a little bit. It's my little guidebook from Unity. Oh, it's a good question. Kendall says, I want to ask, how do I get myself to do things for myself and not for other people? Well, why are you doing things for other people? The answer to that question might reveal something. Why are you doing things for other people? How many of us, Kendall, I do this too. How many of us reach out and help others before putting the life best on ourselves first? Violet over here says, Kendall, I can relate to that too. And she says, too many spiritual communities tend to always do toxic positivity. I'm really happy that you're not one of them. No, we got to acknowledge things first. You have to, or it's just not going to work. Okay. That's a good one. Okay. 1 second, guys. Sorry. Kendall says, like not going places I want to and going where they want to go every single time. So go into that situation, guys. So thank you. Kendall, think about this. Why do you do that? Is there a fear, like you're saying, there's a fear of speaking up? What if no one else wants to go where you want to go? So this could show up as a fear of conflict. This is a fear of speaking up, fear of abandonment. Like there's so many different fears it could be. So ask yourself, what could be the worst case scenario if I spoke up and said, I don't want to go there, Would anybody be interested in going here? What would be the worst case scenario in that situation? Okay. Yeah. So one of the ways I would handle that in a coaching situation is um, we would go into the parts of what's going on, like your younger child parts, and we would talk to them and we would sing to them and stuff, and we would uncover layers of what's happening there. But just for our purposes right now, you could just ask like, that was a little child's those ideas, like I think it's abandonment, or basically my ideas are dumb. That belief system that you're naming there, like that came about from a young child's perspective. And so think about yourself now. How old are you now? Um, when you think about yourself older, you're like, oh, well, you could just voice your opinion and be like, well, okay, guys, I just thought just put my suggestion in, but I'm happy to go your way too. I would practice saying, hey, would anyone want to go over here? And if everyone's like, nah, you're like, oh, okay, well then I'll go this way. So it doesn't have to be an all or none, right? The young child sees it as black or white, or like it has to be all or none, but you can voice your opinion and then you can make a choice to go or not. Like they're not going to abandon you from this one idea to go somewhere else, right? But your younger child thinks it is. And so we would have to get to the root of that. But just on a practical level, like from an adult to an adult, 22, right? Like, you know, your friends aren't going to abandon you because you're like, well, I'd like to go to this taco place, not that pizza place. They're going to be like, we all feel like having pizza. Or maybe your choice would be like, oh, that's a really good idea, Kendall. Let's go over there. So we don't know, but like your younger self sees it as a life or death situation because this is a root chakra issue. But in the present moment at 22, going to the club on A Street or going to the club on B Street is not they're not going to abandon you for that, right? Um, let's see, Kendall. Okay. For me, it would be fear of conflict and drama. Okay. So, like, yeah. So, Violet over here on YouTube says that, like, if she brought it up, she wouldn't know how to work through the drama or the conflict. But again, that perspective was created from a young self that didn't know how to communicate or work things out. But say if someone's, where you want to go for dinner, like, and all the friends want to go pizza, another person, you want to go tacos, and all of a sudden, like, okay, if I bring this up, be like, hey, I'm just curious, would anybody be interested in tacos tonight instead of pizza? Right? Like, that's not life or death or threatening. That's not going to create drama. Be like, the worst they could say is, no, I really want pizza. And you could be like, oh, okay. I don't really want pizza, so I'm gonna go have tacos, but I'll meet you somewhere else. So just learning these skills of negotiating and bringing it up, that an older person has that, but a younger person doesn't. They think it's life or death. I didn't think about that. It really does happen, though. It's not just trauma. I'm still going through. Yeah, obviously not about food places, but I don't know. Like life is just crazy and complicated. So yeah, so feel free to give me like a real life situation. Okay, conflict. Okay. Give me an idea give me a real situation. Can you give me a real scenario? Okay. I'm a mom of two little ones. Don't always agree on things. Okay. Wow, you're going to be 22 and you have 2 kids. That is incredible. That's a lot to hold. I see. I see. Now, 4 and 2. Wow, Kendall, that's amazing. You're amazing. Good for you. Did you ever think of going to therapy with him? A lot of times insurance will cover it. Okay, so let's think about this. I've been through this. I've been married 22 years. So I have been through this. Either one. I mean, personally, from my experience, your own therapy trumps couples therapy because you'll heal some of these deeper rooted things so that when you go into life with him, you'll be able to work it out better. But like a mediator to learn how to talk to each other and communicate is really valuable too. Oh, thank you, Violet. Yeah, so it depends on what therapy. I mean, most people go into therapy because they've had successful experiences on their own and they want to help others. So for me, I'm a life coach, I'm a sound healer. I go into these things because it's a calling. I've transformed my life through personal growth. So, yeah, that would be a trust issue that's rooted in the root chakra. So, I was just listening to a talk about marriage today, or relationships. I'm sorry you had a bad experience as a young teen. There's definitely, that doesn't mean that they're all like that, but that sucks that happened to you. Yeah. The thing is about relationships is that, like partners, we got to go through a honeymoon phase. And then we go through the awareness phase of like, whoa. And then there's this third phase. Now, my husband and I are in this third phase where you just are aware of each other's shortcomings. And you love each other because you know that each of you are love and you give each other the benefit of the doubt. It's kind of like a holy relationship. So the beginning is a honeymoon relationship, right? You are in this phase of completing yourself with this person. But the problem there is that you're already whole, but you think you're not. So you feel like you're in this honeymoon phase and this person's love is completing you and you just feel like, oh, so blissed out. But that goes away. Then the awareness phase comes. And that means you have to look at the person. You got to look at like how and why you were attracted to each other. You got to look at like they do that and you do this. But if you can get past that part and love each other through it and grow through it, like when my husband and I went through that really hard part, and it lasted a decade. It was hard. We tried marriage counseling. We tried, men's groups, women's groups, just personal therapy, exercise. We wanted to do whatever it took to grow and make our relationship work. So then when you come out of that, now like I'm in my 50s, he's in his 50s. Now we get to um we just like appreciate each other and accept each other. And actually we're pretty independent. I went to this festival all weekend by myself. He likes to be alone a lot more. I just kind of live my own life, and then we meet up when we meet up. My spouse was against talk therapy for many years when I mentioned it, but when I decided to go on his own, when he decided to go on his own and also started to actually read the Bible on his own as well, tremendously helped our relationship as a couple and individual as well. Beautiful. Yeah. It's really hard to do healing work, transformational work, growth work if your partner is putting you down for it. So, Violet, I'm really glad he got on his healing path. That makes all the difference. And as much as we had a very difficult 10 years, he was always willing to eventually look at his part and go get extra support. So that makes all the difference. Now, if your person is not willing to do that, that's a tougher road. Yeah, it can. But I would suggest like reading books like on relationships and learning about how to communicate, and just know that every person is whole, is love, and is peace. And they wear a veil of personality, of persona that they're acting out in this illusion, right? And so if you can look beyond the veil during the hard time and just have compassion and love, but it's